Hello and welcome to Real to Real. The Catholic elementary schools of the Springfield Diocese have a proud history of providing a strong academic and spiritual foundation for their students. And at schools like St. Michael's Academy, our host location this week, they will celebrate that legacy with their annual observance of Catholic Schools Week. Like schools throughout the nation, our local Catholic schools have faced challenges of rising costs and declining enrollments. But Bishop Mitchell Rozanski is determined to preserve and strengthen the schools. Rebecca Drake has our story.
There is much to celebrate in local Catholic schools.
Here in Western Massachusetts, one need not look far to find a Catholic school alum who is a leader in his or her community. We have historically been successful in education because we focus on the whole person, providing a strong spiritual and academic foundation, one that is meant to last a lifetime.
But as the national observance of Catholic Schools Week arrives, Bishop Mitchell Rozanski is launching a comprehensive review of Catholic elementary schools in the Springfield Diocese to address the issues of rising tuitions and declining enrollments that have led to Catholic school closings throughout the nation. The bishop spoke to reporters at a recent press conference at St. Joan of Arc School in Chicopee.
I think it is best to undertake actions now that will help preserve Catholic school education for the future generations.
To coordinate the upcoming review, Bishop Rozanski has appointed Amy Gelinas, who was principal of the former St. Joseph High School, Ellen Jura, Special Projects Coordinator of the Pope Francis High School project, and Paul Gagliarducci, who is currently directing the construction of Pope Francis High School.
Once we have put our research together, we will present it to a commission that is being put together by the bishop, and that commission will make recommendations based on what we find.
In a previous interview with Catholic Communications, Bishop Rozanski spoke about the history of diocesan Catholic schools.
Our Catholic school system in this country was really started by the immigrants. And what Catholic schools did for so many generations was to take those children of immigrants and mainstream them into American life. And they did a wonderful job. We relied heavily on our sisters who taught in the schools, who gave of themselves so that our children could learn.
But nowadays, the schools are facing financial challenges.
Today, it's different. We don't have the sisters to teach in the schools. We have the very dedicated lay teachers and lay administrators, but also we know that we have to pay them a just wage.
Caroline Farrell has twin 8th graders at St. Joan of Arc School. She understands the hardships of financing a Catholic education, but is optimistic about the future of the schools because of the academics and also the focus on community service.
It makes them little leaders. It brings them into the community, and it really teaches them good lessons in life, that they need to just not be in their own school, but reach out into the community that they participate in.
St. Joan of Arc principal Paula Jenkins is also optimistic and welcomes the review of Catholic schools.
My feeling is, let's do it, let's explore it, let's get some ideas generated, because I think all of us working together, we are going to find a very good solution for the future.
In spite of the challenges facing Catholic schools in the 21st century, Bishop Rozanski believes they offer something the world will always need: faith.
That brings such a broad perspective to a child's education, when the child can look at the world in the light of faith. And then the child, in turn, takes in that faith and can become a witness to the world when they graduate.
Hoping to have plans for preserving the schools by the fall of this year, the bishop has called on the prayers and support of Catholics throughout the diocese.
We need to really work together. So it is an effort amongst pastoral leaders in parishes, parents, grandparents, working together so that we can bring the faith to our children and they can have a base on which to live their lives. And that base is Jesus Christ, who is the foundation of our faith.
5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, with hopes for a bright future, Catholic Schools Week begins.
We will celebrate with our families. There will be pasta dinners. There will be the kickoff at the Thunderbirds this Saturday. There will be all kinds of gatherings. Grandparents just walk through the schools and see what they're like. So we invite you again to come and visit Catholic schools in the Diocese of Springfield.
A week to celebrate and work to do to strengthen Catholic schools for the future. For Real to Real, I'm Rebecca Drake.
The review of the diocese's elementary schools will proceed in the coming months with a principals meeting on February 8th and surveys of parents and families. And with the ongoing dedication of the teachers, staff, and students whose achievements will be celebrated during the upcoming Catholic Schools Week.